Howdy Arkham inmates, it's that time of week where I discuss an episode of a superhero animated series, and today I'll be talking about the episode of Batman the Animated Series called Harlequinade. So if you haven't seen the episode and you don't want to be spoiled, you should watch the episode. Or, if spoilers don't bother you very much, then stick around as I sum up the plot of the episode really quickly before I review it. Either way, you've been warned. Joker has a big old bomb and he plans to blow up Gotham. Batman gets Harley out of Arkham to help him find Joker and stop Gotham from going up in smoke. Will Harley betray Batman or betray Joker? The answer might surprise you, or maybe not. Cue credits. Have you ever watched something that you know isn't really that bad, but you still hate it? That's what I've got going on here. Heck, I've still got some pretty valid reasons for not liking this episode, or at least I think I do, but I still hate it way more than I probably should. Part of that comes from my lukewarm reaction to Harley Quinn. I've never liked her as much as everyone else. I've always thought she was annoying, and should have remained an occasional once-in-a-blue-moon ally to Joker, not someone who it seems is always paired with the Joker, and with Ivy, or Catwoman, or on her own. I don't think there's enough substance to that character to justify that much exposure or screen time. But beyond that, this episode just isn't very good. If you substituted anyone else in Harley's place in this episode, it would still not be very good. Not the worst thing I've ever seen in this series, no. That would still be Fire from Olympus, but maybe in the top 5 worst episodes I've seen. That still seems harsh, but it is what it is. So why do I hate this episode? Number 1, how many times has Batman defeated a Joker? Like 1,000,001 times, right? And since when does he need someone who thinks like the Joker in order to defeat him? Sure, the stakes are higher here than in the episode The Last Laugh, for instance, but a big old bomb should be a slow Tuesday for Batman. And I get it, someone, probably Paul Dini, came up with the idea of Batman and Harley Quinn teaming up, so they needed something to justify that. But when you stoop to having Batman apparently need Harley's help to defeat the Joker, that depowers Batman, and the proof is in the pudding. Exactly what does Batman do in this episode besides get Harley out of Arkham? Nothing. He gets tied up, and that's about it. And speaking of characters who don't do anything, we have Robin. I fear we are getting into an era where Robin will be showing up in just about every episode and not really have any reason or purpose for being in the episode. I shouldn't have to keep reiterating this, but if a character is in a story but doesn't have something to do in that story, then the story needs to either be restructured so that character does have something to do, or the character needs to be removed from the story. And this might not be such a big deal, except this was a problem in the previous episode, so it feels worse. Bruce Timm did once mention a story about when Tim Drake was a character in this show, and the people making the series wanted to do an episode without Robin, and the higher-ups essentially said, no, you can't do that. Robin has to be in every episode. And like I said, I fear we are coming to that point already with 2 back-to-back episodes where Robin doesn't really do anything but highlight how little Batman does in this episode. Robin unties Batman, but isn't Batman pretty good at escape artistry that Zatara taught him? Since when does he need some boy wonder to untie him? Really, there isn't much to this episode. Since I hadn't seen this one before, about halfway through, I thought this might be the breaking point when Harley finally declares herself her own woman and stops being the Joker's stoolie. We've already had the Harley and Ivy episode, so this would be the final nail in that unfortunate relationship that way too many people like and admire. But no, this episode doesn't even have that going for it. You know when I said I probably shouldn't hate this episode as much as I do? Forget that. This episode is garbage. I can't find anything redeemable about it. Maybe you guys like this one, and if you did, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you did like this one, I do it every weekend. Next week, I'll be talking about an episode of Batman Beyond, and the week after that, I'll be back for another episode of Batman the Animated Series. Hopefully a good one, though. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the future. Have a great day.